Estephanie Zarate, how are you? How's everything going over there on the West Coast?
Hey, I'm good. Everything is nice and there's a lot of sunshine. We have a lot of sunshine today.
Yeah.
Really
Rub
great
it in.
weather.
Rub it in. It's been raining
I
all
have
day.
to.
It is cold still. Um, New England is not California weather yet. We haven't gotten there, but hopefully soon. So, how has your business been? What have you been up to?
So I've been doing a lot of marketing. I've been doing a lot of videos. I've been having friends come over and just me practice on their hair. Been doing little TikToks about hair. Yeah.
Very good. I've been seeing those on Facebook. I've seen them on TikTok. Very
I
cool.
have to transfer them.
So what are you finding right now when you're reaching out to people? How many people have you reached out to over the past couple of months, and what are they saying about what's going on with the whole coronavirus?
I've reached about 100 people, and they're all basically not working right now, which is really tough for everyone, especially like in our industry. And I'm just been showing them support and like letting them know like if they need anything, any ideas, or like to brainstorm, like to see what's next for us. Then I'm there for them.
Very cool. And so what is your business, Steph? What do you do for a career? What is your business? What are you looking to do? Uh, Go ahead.
So I'm a hairstylist, and I have a hair salon that I've had for 6 years. I've been in the industry for about 9 years, and I'm looking just to open up more locations and to empower other women to, you know, earn more money and have a way better business. Learn how to market themselves, learn how to increase their clientele, and yeah, just live their best life.
Very cool. Live their best life. I love it. So one of the issues right now with coronavirus is all the stylists are hidden away, right? Like they're not even allowing you, especially in California, to open up your store, right? So that's not even an option right now.
Yeah, right now, like it's like up in the air the day that we're able to start, and so yeah, everybody's just not doing hair. We're like trying to figure out like how we could, maintain our clientele, how we could increase clientele, and just be ready for when we are able to reopen.
So pretty crazy. You should see some of the haircuts I have seen on these Zoom calls. People are getting desperate. They are cutting
I
their own hair.
know.
They are cutting each other's hair, and it's causing some issues out there. I see a lot of people on the Zoom calls now with hats on, and it's getting rough. We'll just say that I'm one of the few people with a hairstyle that I can actually maintain myself, and so I've stayed timeless, whereas everybody else on the calls is starting to look a little shaggy. They're looking a little rougher.
Right? Like, aren't you happy you shaved your head? That's
Oh,
so
I'd be
funny.
dying right now.
Right? Like, I've been going around, like, I would say I go to Walmart to get my essentials, and I see people with some pretty, like, bad haircuts. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that and, like, help them, like, look better.
Yeah, make Merced look pretty again.
Yeah,
It's looking rough. One of the
that's
funny
right.
things that I see is like
It's looking very
people
rough all over.
like the hair growing over the ears. The hair's growing over the ears. You got women with like the line of gray as the hair is growing out. Like that section, the part is like all gray right there.
Yeah, yeah. I've been actually having some clients of mine reach out to me and just ask me like what they could do to like maintain that color while they're at home. So that's been kind of fun just to see what they come up with, and I mean, of course, later on I'm gonna have to fix it. So that's where it's gonna get a little tough, but
Yeah.
it's cool to see them just even though we're at home and just like staying safe, that they still care about the way they look. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm in front of people just as much as I've always been, right? Like these Zoom calls are ridiculous. I'm on Zoom like this week I've done 16 Zoom calls, right?
wow.
Monday was 8. Monday was a crazy day. And then Yesterday and today was, I'm probably over 16 at this point because I know I've banged them out. And it's just like, we're not escaping the fact that we need to be seen, right? We're all working telecommuting, but we're being seen, and we still need to look good. So what solutions have you guys come up with? What does the industry come up with as a solution to help us look a little prettier while we're stuck at home and we can't get to the salon?
I think just do a lot of tutorials. Do a lot of
Yeah.
tutorials, make sure you YouTube. Like, I mean, I've been, reaching out to my clients and just seeing how they're doing and like if they need anything. Um, I'm open to give them tips on how to maintain their hair and everything. So
Yep.
I guess that's all we could do right now.
Yeah. So on the other side of things, you and I are partnered up on building 12 more salons. So a 13 of total of 13. How excited are you right now that this is going on, and there's people getting out of the business? That there's salon owners who are thinking, you know what, I'm done. I was already done before, but now I'm done. How easy do you think it'll be to set up again once business is open? But at the same time, do you think we'll be actually losing stylists who are just getting out of the business entirely? Do you think we'll have a hard time filling those salons?
You know what? I'm really excited about the 13 salons that we plan to open. And I feel like, yeah, there's going to be some people that are going to just, get like just disappointed and just unmotivated and want to get out of the business. But I think as soon as every salon we open, they're going to get that little spark back. And it's up to the OGs, like, the people that have been doing hair the longest,
Yep.
to kind of inspire all the new people that are coming out of the schools, that are, new to the industry, that have like less than a year, to like help them, give them a hand, and kind of like we boost their motivation and their inspiration, and like let them know that we are able to just, go back on top and just like kind of like progress. And, there's always going to be money in this industry, no matter what. Like hair keeps growing. So it's just a matter of staying motivated and being patient right now.
Hair keeps growing for most of us.
Yes, yes.
I love it. So
So
one of the things I'm
I'm
looking for.
definitely open, like to. Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say like I'm open to, of course, like mentoring some, girls that are just fresh out of school. Getting them under my wing and helping them, get like motivated again.
Yeah, absolutely. Helping them bring the business in. One of the things I'm looking for, and this isn't for you, Steph, this is for anybody in the area. If you know a stylist who owns a salon and is looking to get out of the business, have them contact me. I'm going to give my number.
Oh,
Text only. Do not call me. Text only. But 774-526-4796. If you're in Merced, California, I'm looking to pick up existing salons. I am not paying top dollar. I am paying cheap, very low. But we will pick it up, and you can move out, and you can leave your girls in place. And if the numbers make sense, we'll be based on the numbers. So if you have a good clientele, perfect. We make more money. If you can't back it up with tax returns, well, then you should have claimed your taxes. And so that's how we'll be buying them out there. Otherwise, Steph's looking to train a lot of stylists to teach them make more money and increase their incomes. So Steph, how did you get into styling in the first place? How did you get into it?
So it's like a long story, but to make it short, basically when I got out of high school, like everybody, the typical thing to do is just go to college and get a degree and get a career going. But like for me, it was a bit different because I did grow up in with a single mom, so she was, we were always struggling with money. And so I had to be a little creative and think of ways where I didn't have to spend like so much time in school, but more time working and just being able to help with bills and help with, other stuff that we need around the house. So basically, I looked at some options, and at the time, like I beauty school kind of stood out to me because I seen that people like in my community were, making money, they were busy, and I was just like, okay, why not try it out? I've always, I guess, growing up, have been into like fixing my own hair, fixing my friend's hair. I'm always very patient with that. So I'm like, why not just try it out, see if I like it. So I ended up signing up to our local beauty school, Sierra Beauty College, and basically it was like a blessing. Like once I signed up and I started seeing how cool this industry is, that you just get to talk to people, you get to be creative, and you get to just do your art and make someone feel and look amazing. It just like super like I don't know, it just grew in me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I love this, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. So basically, like right after beauty school, I started working, and yeah, I just fell in love with the industry, fell in love with everything that we do, and how we help each other, help the community feel good.
I love that. I love that. And we have a little slogan together, right? Make America feel pretty again. So, so one of
Yes,
the,
yes. And then starting my business. I mean, that was the whole like it's a different story, um, but it's still very cool. And it all came from that, from just me taking that leap of faith to join beauty school and get this going.
so you've been taking a lot of leaps of faith. What is, because a lot of what we're talking about now is empowering women, right? So that's a big movement, and we want to make sure we're a part of that and contributing. What is it that you find so empowering about owning your own business? How did you get past the thought of, this is, only men own businesses, but I'm a woman, I'm going to do it no matter what? Like, how'd you get past that? Or that never even crossed your mind? You always knew that you could run your own. You never, like, being a woman never even crossed your mind as an issue.
No, basically when I started
Awesome.
working, I was not
I love it.
thinking of opening my salon. I was
Okay.
just kind of like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna see how this goes. At the time, like throughout beauty school and like when I first got started in my career, I still had a second job, and I was just ready, like just to build my clientele and kind of like little by little leave my second job. But it never crossed me to open my own business. It's till I started like actually, till I left my second job. First of all, that was the first leap of faith I think from like every career, leaving your second, hourly like or job, and then just getting like diving in deep, like and fully like into the beauty industry. That's when I was just like, okay, like I really seen like everything that owning a business would give me, And then that's when I started learning. I started learning from like my what's called my bosses at the time, and I just kind of would see how would they keep track of everything and how they would bring in clientele, and then I just started like I always had this mentality where wherever I go, I do my best. I'm not I wasn't the person that just sat back and waited for clients to sit in my chair. I've always been like a go getter. Like I've always been the one that if I'm not busy, like I'd be calling people, or if people were just passing by, I'll like get out the door and be like, hey, how's it going? Like we are open, come on in. Like I've always been like that, and that's helped me a lot. So when I decided to open my own salon, it kind of just came, to be honest, like out of nowhere. The opportunity just presented itself, and I took it. Like I just jumped on it, and I had no business background at the time, but like I don't know, it's just something that I'm very, I guess, adventurous, very I'm not afraid to just, what is it called? I'm not afraid to take leap of faith and to just not invest. What's the word I'm looking for? Like
Take action, massive action.
yeah, so basically take action, take massive action,
Yeah.
And basically like I opened my salon with having like little knowledge of business, and just started learning as I opened it, called on my clients that I had at the salon that I was in, let them know, that I was moving, and a lot of them followed me, and it kind of all started from there.
Yep. Wow. That's
And let me tell you, super important. I actually, at the time, this was back in 2013, I actually started my business with $3,000 like in my pocket. So I'm like pretty proud of that, because, like to now know like what my business is worth, it's kind of like, whoa, like really, awesome.
it is.
But
It's
anything
cool.
is possible. You just
Like
gotta put your mind to it.
you took your business and you started with $3,000, right? And over the next 2 years, you and I are
Right.
looking to build this to $1 million business. And it's fascinating to look at the fact that you started this with almost nothing, just bootstrapping, just going in. You had a dream, you had a license.
And on my own.
Yeah.
Also, like, it was by myself, no help, and then I wasn't debt free. I got like all the resources I could, and basically started from there.
Very good. And I'm sure you put things on credit cards, right? Like you just came in
No,
and you did this with your own cash.
yeah, with my, at the time I wasn't like, I did not know everything that I know now. Like, if I would have known what I know now,
I would have done it on cards.
Way easier. It would have been if I would have met like a mentor, a coach like yourself.
Yeah.
Back then when I was just starting, I would have probably already be like a millionaire.
Oh, for sure.
But at the time, like, I just basically, it was just me and like what I knew of business, which was like very little, and just started from there. Like, education is so important, and I don't even know how I did it. Like, I feel like if I was back in 2013, and I wouldn't know the things I knew right now, like, I don't know, it just wouldn't work out. Like, it's just, I wouldn't do it again. Just do it like that.
Yeah, typical entrepreneur. Like, if I knew how hard it was, I wouldn't have jumped back. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Right now, actually, now that I know more, I feel like I kind of think about it more. So I get that, like, analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, like, no, like, let's be cautious and think of all these little things. Stephanie back then was just like, let's do it.
I own a salon now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, investors are like that too, right? When it comes to buying your first property, we always say the first deal is your worst deal, right? Like, your first salon will be your worst salon, and there's no getting around that, right? Because the first one, you don't know even what to ask. You don't know what to do. You don't know what the issues are going to be. And so anything works. And then over time, like, you're making things work and shifting things, and you kind of like, just duct taping everything, right? And then eventually you realize, man, like, it's just easier to start new. It's easier to just go in and buy something differently, buy it the right way. And even me, like, I've been buying real estate for the last 12 years, and 12 years into it, I'm only now buying my best deals. Like, only now in the hottest market, we've ever seen, right? I'm only now buying my best deals. So it's, even now, like, I would have been terrified to invest in a business, right? On the West, like the other side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, with the way we've operated for so long, it's like, wow, it would be foolish not to. Like, seeing your drive, seeing how you operate, seeing your organizational skills, how you take, like, these steps of just, I'm just going to do it, and just take action, and you move forward, and how quickly you've been able to build up yourself in such a short period of time. It's like, we would be foolish not to invest with you, right? We're missing out on an opportunity. So it's really cool being able to do this with you, and like, seeing you show up, being in the mentorship program. You inspire a lot of our other Alchemist mentors, mentorship participants, members. Me and Ron still don't know what to call them, because we don't want to call them mentees. It's just like a weak word. So we were calling them mentorship members or alchemists, right? And
right.
The goal is to turn each and every one of you into millionaires, right? We have a mission for 100 millionaires, and we know you're on track. You've been with us for a while now. We know you're on track, and I am just so thankful to have you in our corner with us, working on this. One of the questions, you're welcome. Well deserved. One of the questions I ask all of the people we interview is, what are the three things, if you go back to young Steph, say 20-year-old Steph, 21-year-old Steph, if you go back and give her advice, I know that wasn't too long ago for you, but what advice would you give yourself to be in a much better position? Three pieces of advice.
Three? Okay, so basically first would be to really, like, educate yourself, read books on the subject, get a mentor. I think that's what my first one would be. Second would be to create, like, a strong foundation. Like, even when you think about opening a business, just think of, like, not the business itself, like getting chairs in or getting, stylists in, but basically, like, just the back end of it, which is, how you're going to keep track of the money, how you're going to keep track of the people coming in, all the database. And then three, basically just have a lot of faith and just always believe in yourself, because I think like for me along the way, there's been a lot of times where I've doubted myself, and I've, had that like hard, I've had to like bump my head like on the wall, like just kind of like stressed out so much to the point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And had to pick myself back up. And, so I think believing in yourself is like the first thing, seeing the ultimate vision, having a goal and just having your old, like something that you want to get to clear. That is so important.
I love that. Stephanie, that is amazing advice. Amazing advice. A lot of those issues are things that most entrepreneurs aren't thinking in the beginning, including stylists, including agents, including auto repair people, massage therapists, you name it, nail techs. If you're not looking at where you want this business to go and you're not putting good quality systems in place early on, this is a tough business, no matter what business you're in. But if you dial it in up front and then you have faith in yourself. You don't question yourself. You just have faith in what you're doing, have faith in your dream. You can accomplish it. And having those systems just allows you to scale faster, be able to call your contacts and knowing that you can just text everybody all in one shot and send out the blast emails, letting people know, hey, we've got a bonus or a benefit, pulling customers in with systems, learning social media, like if you have all of this tied in, right? Then we do it. I send one text and all 500 of my investors get notified of something. If I'm doing something, boom, everybody knows. And it makes it a lot easier to communicate. You got a new product, boom, everybody gets the email. 2,500 people just got an email. And it allows you to move forward a lot faster with your business. So that is great advice. Phenomenal advice. Yeah. Stephanie, I am dialing off. It is always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for all your advice. Thank you for the update. I'm looking forward to our next call. And I will see you on Saturday.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me today. And I also want to encourage all of my entrepreneur friends that are here in Merced or just in the West Coast to tune into your Saturday calls through your what is it?
The Alchemist wealth building principles.
Principles of wealth.
Yep, 52 wealth principles.
Yes,
the Millionaire 52 wealth principles. Yep. So, Steph, that's what time is it on your time zone? I know for us here, it's at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. What time is it for you?
It's at 7 o'clock sharp. So
7 a.m.
And for me, since I'm, in your mentorship program, wait, even earlier, but it's totally worth it.
That's right.
Like all my entrepreneurs are going to love it.
That's right. So 7 a.m. West Coast, dial in. I'll put it in the link when I post this. Stephanie, I will see you there. You are part of the mentorship program, so you got to be there a little earlier.
Yeah.
And for all of our friends here on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Saturday, every Saturday, 52 Weeks to Wealth. I will see you there. When you have a choice, always work with the best.
Always work with the best. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.